Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, April 7th, and this is our poolside discussion number 11. Today, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about education versus indoctrination. In the United States, at least, maybe other countries also, I can't speak for other countries, but there was a time when children were being educated. They were being taught how to read, how to write, and how to do math. And there are documentaries showing what happened. But at a point, the government and the powers that be decided that children needed to be indoctrinated instead. So certain things were taken out of the classroom. Home economics for one, how to build things. I mean, in high school, in my dad's day, they had shop and you could learn how to build things. And at this point, even in the United States, in Georgia, they're getting a certificate of completion for high school. And a lot of the high school children can't even read on the 6th grade level. I know that because I have 2 educators in my life that are thoroughly frustrated with the way the school is going. Children don't come to school, they sleep in class, they don't get their work done, but they are actually not allowed to give these children F's and D's. The administration will punish the teachers for giving the young people the actual grade. Also, I have another educator in my life that, of course, I don't want to tell their names, is on the elementary school level. And she says that the children, the 3rd graders, don't even know how to write their name. So I know that you guys know this was all by design, but I want to give some solutions as to how you can retrain the children, because these people that have come up since they've started to indoctrinate, they can't think on their own. They're looking at a lot of television and social media, and they're just not strategic thinkers. If something doesn't go the way it goes on television, they give up. They don't think of another way to do something or to make something out of something that they wouldn't normally use. So the solution is, even if you cannot take your child out of the government school, which is my first suggestion, if you can't do that, participate in the child's education as opposed to indoctrination. Figure out what they've done during the day at school. See if it's correct. If it's not, teach them the right way. Show them other ways to do things. Show them how to think. My dad made us play chess. Chess is a thinking game. Chess is life. So when you play chess, when someone makes a move, you have to figure out why they made that move. Not just making a move like jumping over somebody with checkers. In chess, you got to figure out, why did they make that move? And if I move my rook this way, how are they going to be able to take me down? So that's a thinking game. So strategic thinking comes from you being able to use your thinking skills when you're young, not coming home every day and turning on the television and watching cartoons or watching whatever's out there. We need to get back to education as opposed to indoctrination, because indoctrination is leading to groupthink. And I see groupthink so much when I actually do see the mainstream media and listen to the people repeating exactly what they said from social media, and they haven't done not one iota of research to see whether social media or the lamestream media is telling the truth. There have been so many instances where I've said something and the person vehemently opposed me, and then later on they figured out that I was right, and then the whatever television station had to come back later and admit that that story was wrong. So we need to take time. This is our life. These are our lives. We only have a certain amount of days, and using those days listening to other people and depending on other people is over. That time is over. We've got to start getting educated again. Take a book. Make sure your children can read. Teenagers shouldn't be at a point where they can't read and sound out words. They stopped 2 things in the schools. They stopped teaching phonics in the schools, so the children don't know how to sound out words, and they also stop cursive. So my 7-year-old granddaughter is learning cursive in the private school, and her and I will have a language that her other peers don't have. I will be able to write her a cursive note, and she will be able to write back in cursive, and other kids will think it's some other language because they're not teaching cursive anymore. You got to know that this is by design. You got to stop it if you're really interested. One of the educators in my life says that the PTA meetings that the schools have, out of a school that has 1,100 or so students, 3 parents will show up to PTA. 3. The parents show up at the school with their children in the morning, and the parents have on their pajamas. The principal literally had to put out a note to all the parents, please do not show up anymore with your child with your pajamas on. So we're going down, and in order to lift us back up, we have to take the reins, take responsibility. It's the person in the mirror. Since I don't have young children, I help my granddaughter. I teach my granddaughter how to strategically think. And I don't let her watch television. She watches nature shows, but at my house she does not watch television. And that's going to be something that she enjoys reading. She enjoys reading. She enjoys learning about the body, how do the eyes work, and I will let her watch little cartoons that are specifically geared towards teaching those things. But if you're interested in making sure that the indoctrination stops and the education starts again, start teaching your children. And it could go for adults also. I had to blow this. I have a little bitty spider that's looking at me while I talk. And actually one has strung up a line on the phone. You all, this is the jungle. But please take note. Please take responsibility for educating your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews. Make sure that they know how to think and are not always looking for somebody to think for them. And you guys have a wonderful Thursday.